What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Now, today, something insane has happened. I didn't expect this. No one did. Completely out of left field. Jake Paul's house in LA got raided by the FBI. Now, initially, everyone thought because Jake Paul was having parties, he refused to stop the party. He loved partying so much. Like the article from The Sun says that Shakedown, YouTuber Jake Paul, LA home raided by FBI after backlash over wild house parties during the pandemic. I don't think the FBI are gonna raid Jake Paul's house over a house party, especially when you see the amount of them that have gone to raid Jake Paul's house. Just look at this video clip. It's like a mini fucking army of people going to Jake Paul's house. I don't know how it works in America, but if that happened in England, someone has done something extremely fucked up. This has to be extremely serious. Now, we have some updates. We have a few ideas, not of what's going on, but of what the FBI have found. An article from the New York Times. The FBI executed a search warrant early Wednesday morning at the California home of Jake Paul. The search of Mr. Paul's residence was conducted as part of an investigation, said a spokesperson for the FBI LA, but they were prohibited from disclosing details of the investigation that prompted the search. The contents of the warrant are under seal, he said, adding that he could not say when they would be made public. An FBI spokeswoman said that a SWAT team was used to enter the house, no arrests were planned, and Jake Paul was not home at the time. Now, here's some footage of police actually leaving Jake Paul's house carrying firearms.
They have a lot of weapons.
And there's an image of just a huge firearm. I don't even know what it is. I couldn't tell you. I'm sure some of my American followers could, but just lying next to Jake Paul's hot tub. Just lying there, chilling. Like, doesn't seem like a safe way to store firearms. I don't know what the laws are in firearms in LA. However, I do know that illegal firearms, Jake Paul is in so much trouble. But a lot of people are speculating that this isn't the sole reason of the warrant, the search by the FBI just for firearms. People think that this could go so much deeper, especially because of the response and how many people they use to actually go to Jake Paul's house. There is so much speculation online. You know, I've been trying to rack my brain. I've been trying to think, what is it Jake Paul could have done? Or someone in Team 10, you know, they all reside there. The only thing I can think of, and something I've been looking into, is Jake Paul's manager, Armani. I don't think people realize, but this man is a grade A scumbag who has done some of the most outrageous things. And the fact Jake Paul has associated with this man, huge speculation right now, by the way. I just want to preface this is speculation, but let me just show you the kind of person Jake Paul has managing him. This article here breaks down his past charges, but if you look online, there's so many other things. Armani, his public criminal record began in 2012 when he was arrested for battery after he was unsatisfied with how a music video shoot went. Armani allegedly hired a crew to shoot one of his videos at a party. One of the many hired said there weren't enough attendance to make the video overly interesting. Armani ended up punching and kicking the man he hired. He pleaded guilty to attempted battery and paid $30K in a civil suit. Now that's already pretty bad, and we've seen Armani, even on Logan Paul's vlogs, show how short-tempered he is and goes around thinking he can hit people and assault people.
Back with the dub. Oh, come back on your shield. Did you see?
Argue with me on fight day, bitch.
Chill. You gotta chill. You have to, bro. For the sake of you, you gotta chill.
Now Armani, you fucked up.
Oh, that attacked our German videographer. The kid doesn't even speak English.
How you feel, Dave? You okay?
Mir geht's komplett gut.
But that isn't even the tip of what Armani has done. His violence didn't stop there. In 2013, Armani was arrested on 20 counts of various crimes, including battery, kidnapping, pandering, pimping, and robbery. During the trial, 3 women claimed that they worked as prostitutes for Armani and that he would solicit them at nightclub events. He would establish connections for the women, and he took a portion of the money they made as prostitutes. What's most disturbing is that the women claimed that they were not allowed to leave the positions when they wanted to. They also alleged that Armani would be violent with them when they did not do exactly what he asked. One woman claimed that he even waterboarded her in a shower after she tried to quit working for Armani. Armani has responded to the crimes he's been accused of. He says the charges have been corrupt from the start, but the only thing he's guilty of is throwing fun parties. Armani eventually took an Alford plea for his pimp charges, which means that he acknowledged the significant evidence against him could convict him, but he was still able to maintain his innocence. He was sentenced to a minimum a year in prison, but he still claims that he is innocent. There's even clips of Armani in a podcast with Jordan Belfort where he says he would cut these girls off if he disagreed with them or was angry at them and money.
Never say anything illegal. If the client asks me for sex, I'm like, you're an idiot or you're a cop. I don't want your money. I'm only sending girls to dance, hang out, what my license allows for, right? And
Wait. Are you playing a role right now? But they were all having sex though, right?
Listen, we're going back to the assumption.
In what point does it cross over? Does it cross over strictly when violence starts? Does it cross over when there's too much money?
I think if you're manipulating someone that doesn't know better, I think if you're coercing someone to do something with threats of violence, intimidation, or extortion, I think any of that is wrong, and you should let it come to you and not go to. Point
So-
this girl was like obsessed, and like I wish I would have stayed away from her. I wish I would have had.
In the way you have
foresight to stay away
no
from her, you know?
bad moments of how you treated the girls, and now that you feel really good about that whole thing.
I mean, I have a sharp tongue. If you get mad at me, like if I get mad at you and you're being rude, and I would 86 them from all the casinos. That was my way of controlling situations. So imagine you're making 80 grand a month, which my top girls did, and I just cut that off.
And he basically goes to say that he knew they were having sex, but because it wasn't what he said they were doing, it wasn't what he was servicing them for, then it wasn't his fault.
I wouldn't do it because even though I can assume that they probably were having sex or probably not, I never arranged that. It never came out of my mouth. It's not something that I would participate in. That conversation is what keeps me legal and keeps me free.
I might go into this in way more detail in another video, a future video. However, the fact this man is running Jake Paul's business, helping him run it, and has history like this, again, speculation, but I think something could be linked. So while I was editing this video, news broke about Izadi. Now, obviously the police went to Jake Paul's house, so there's speculation around Jake Paul. The Izadi stuff was a bit up in the air. However, now the FBI have gone to Izadi's mansion, his graffiti mansion that's famous in all his other videos. You see it. Loads of them are there. They have guns. They go in. They take people out of the apartment, take people out of the house too. It seems to be in handcuffs. So some serious stuff is going on right now. This clip is crazy. 2 houses getting raided on the exact same day. Jake Paul and Izadi. Something bad is going on. Something is up. Jake's only known him for a few years as well. Jake doesn't know this man. And quite frankly, I'm pretty sure the whole community, including myself, even before this, saw him as a bit of a weasel and a bit of a scumbag. However, we still don't know exactly what it is the FBI were looking for. I came across this recently and just 2 and 2, speculation of course, but fact still remains, why the hell Jake Paul has let someone like this into his business? Mind-blowing. But yeah, so far, that is everything. This is very early on in the investigation. We will be covering this, so subscribe to the channel right now if you want to be kept up to date with all of this, all the stories. We're going to be finding out as much as we can. Comment down below, what do you guys think? Why was Jake Paul's house raided? Do you think it was linked to Izadi? Do you think it was purely based on the firearms? Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. My Instagram, Kavos.yt. Instagram DMs, mine are always open, so message me if you have any leads, any new topics you want me to cover, or just want to talk, message me on Instagram. It's all open. My Twitter, @KavosYT. We're so close. We're 1.9k off 100k followers on Twitter. So if you're watching this and you also want updates on Jake Paul, the first place it will be on Twitter. So please follow my Twitter. Get it to 100k. We're so close. But yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, fuck off.